Kelly, Smith, and Matthews. Vic 2 is Kresge, Kellin, and Strudelberg. Vic 3 is Corello, Albin, Rory, and Thomas. So much for that then.
Rory, you're driving. Yes, you are.
Ideally, I want to have Kelly, Kresge, and Mike as, navigator / commander, whatever. We're going to talk about the roles in just a second here, and then we're going to decide on, or you individually can decide on driving and gunning. If you feel that you want to do more or need to train more driving and gunning shit, then you should probably try to get that slot. Right. Alright, so let's begin with the basic introduction of the vehicles right here, or actually the roles right here. So first of all, we've got that navigator vehicle commander. He should usually be a corporal, or above, obviously. He's pretty much responsible for the vehicle, so whenever you in that slot, you pretty much are responsible for the personnel, for the equipment inside that the vehicle is operating correctly and that kind of stuff. Radio communications, knows the plan, knows the way to the objectives, and he should probably be familiar with military decision making in general. Next slot is obviously the driver. Yeah, you pretty much know what he has to do. Should be proficient at driving the vehicle. He should also help with navigation, so he should be on top of what's going to happen inside that mission as well and where they have to go, so he should help with navigation. Cross-country driving, night driving. Ideally, he shouldn't be the medic or the EOD, so that's pretty simple. Gunners also, same rank description, private to specialist, that kind of stuff. Covering sectors, engaging threats, obviously, vehicle navigation. Ideally not the medic or the IED as well. Sometimes you won't be able to, not have those slots interlink or whatever you want to call it. But yeah. All right, let's move on to the vehicles then. Actually, we can do it in here. Let's do that. Any questions so far about the roles? I guess not.
Yeah. Yeah,
you do?
I have one. The driver, is he still in charge of any communication
He
outwards?
shouldn't be. He should be focused on driving.
Okay, I like that.
In my opinion, anyway. Like, I'm not sure if there's a doctrine paper on it somewhere, but the way I find it best is that you have that navigator slash comms officer slash vehicle commander, and that he's pretty much making the decisions while the other person is focused on driving. Like the driver, especially in Arma, has a pretty difficult job as it is, I would say.
I get laughed at every time when I fail. But
Yeah,
hey, now you just said it's difficult now, so.
That's because you usually
Not
tend
that
to kill
difficult,
people.
Shut up.
Well, everyone kills people in Arma. That's what it's for. Right. So in this training today, what we're pretty much going to be using is the high mobility multi-purpose wheeled vehicle, Humvee for short, or better known as Humvee. It drives at around 70 miles per hour, which translates to 112 or something kilometers per hour. It has a capacity of 4 plus 1, depending on the model. So you will find 4 slots inside and then 1 gunner slot on top. These SOF vehicles here have more slots. I think they've got 6 plus 1. However, as you can probably tell by the default design of our unit, there isn't really a point in using special operations vehicles. They just don't have any, like, you can already see that they don't have any armor. You're gonna get shot up in that, and for the most part we do patrolling. These vehicles are more so for escaping, right? So you've got that firepower, but you have definitely lost everything protection-wise. So in, I would say, at least 80% of the cases, it would be wiser to use a armored vehicle for our scenarios.
We did use them a lot on Tanoa, though.
Yeah, I know, and if you can't avoid it, you have to do it. But ideally, having an up-armored vehicle is for our type of missions usually more suitable, in my opinion. Yeah, the weapon systems we are going to use today will be the M2 Browning, the machine gun, and then the Mark 19. We're going to go into those down at the shooting range. Yeah, any questions about the vehicle so far? All right, that's pretty simple as well. Next thing, one thing we actually do want to talk about is this repair thingy here. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with ACE or not. Actually, let's just move over there. So, I'll just wait for the others. Has anyone here not repaired a tire yet?
I haven't.
All right.
No.
Anyone
Tim,
else?
we've got one
Yeah,
more inbound.
I mean, I think I know how the mechanism works, but I've never actually done it.
All right.
But,
Well, it's a good
carry
time
on,
to
carry
try.
on. Not wanting to.
Yeah, go
drop.
ahead.
Go ahead.
It's pretty simple. So you basically, what you got to do is you got to pick up that tire, move that tire
Just make
down
sure
to
to
the,
not kill anyone with it.
Yeah, make sure you don't kill anyone with it. Move it over to the slot that you want to repair. Approach the slot it goes into, and then there should be a thingy with the interaction menu that you can actually put it in. Someone's already bleeding. Am I?
And it's the ACE interactions you use.
Yeah, it's ACE interaction. So
Right.
usually what you would have to do is you'd have to replace the tire. So you'd have to get the defect thing off and put the other one on.
Does the person in question that's going to be doing this, does he have to be in an engineer slot, or?
No, it depends on the ACE setting. I think the normal ACE setting, or the way I've set it up on my missions, is
That everyone can do it.
That everyone can do it, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I think default, I don't know, Josh can maybe confirm it, but I think engineers just do it faster or something? Or is that
Yeah,
only mine?
probably.
Nope.
I don't know.
Okay,
Nope.
then it's not.
Nope, they don't.
Okay.
Default is you don't need any repair kit or anything for repairing tires.
I think
For
that's the settings we
repairing,
use
Yeah.
as well.
That's a
for
setting
repairing
issue.
the actual engine other parts, you will need a repair kit by default. I don't know if you changed it.
And I think you need the that slot based as well, so the engineer slot can do that and the others can't. Whoa!
Whoa!
Well, our
Yeah.
Well, Jonathan, it's safe to say that you will never replace the tire.
But it's actually really interesting and really good that
Like
that
I managed
happened
to set it
because
down
you can,
underneath the axle.
because it
he
does
has
show you,
incredible strength. Wow.
it does show you a potential issue you can have. So you want to be careful where you place these things or where you place anything in general.
Yep.
So
So I didn't see the like the unload. Is it supposed to be like in the hub somewhere?
it's pretty much if you approach the vehicle, right? It's at the wheel where you're going to put it. There's like you open the ace interaction and then you've got the
No, I think he meant dropping the wheel. Is that it?
oh, you're dropping
I
the wheel.
see it.
The change
see it
wheel,
now.
remove wheel, it's on this
But it
Humvee
also-
here slightly off center.
Jonathan, what you did, you put the wheel right under the car. You have to put it. You don't have to put it under
You
it,
don't have
just
to put
near
it
it.
under it.
Yep.
Just yeah.
No, I figured it out.
Right.
I'm gonna
figured
have
it out,
quite
You
some
don't-
distance.
I was
can
doing it the wrong
change
way.
the wheel. I can change the wheel on this one from here and this. I think it's
Yeah,
using this wheel
That-
here, so you
that-
can have.
It has to
pretty
be within
safe.
5 meters.
You can do it pretty safe. And we don't have to fix up the vehicles. Just if you haven't done it, practice it and let me
Try
know.
this again from front to back.
All
Just
right.
put him a good 2-3 meters
Yeah, there you go.
away, and it's fine.
Just be aware that the wheels have collision even when you're carrying them, so just avoid bumping into anything or
I
other
think-
Or
cars.
anyone.
Body
I
bag.
think I'm gonna give it a quick go so I know what I'm doing.
Yeah,
Yep.
backing off.
Go ahead. We've got more on that
there's-
side.
yeah,
so
there's
you-
two cars on the
Oh,
other
you
side
took
as well,
my
guys,
wheel, Nick.
Also, may as well say it, but when someone is removing a wheel,
Gotcha.
just in case, stay a little bit away so you don't have the wheel spawn inside you for whatever reason and kill you. Better safe than sorry.
It should never happen, but you know.
Yeah, should, but we
Hooray,
know
I
it's
did it.
Arma.
Yep, pretty good. All right. So we managed to put on wheels on vehicles now. That's pretty good. Anyone over here still? No way. Oh no, there he is. All right, let me know when you're done, Mick. Mick. Jesus.
Wait, is that an ID? Yeah, that's an ID.
That's
Yeah,
an
that's two
ID.
IDs.
I
That's
see a
actually
cable.
going to be the next, the next interesting part for us right now is going to be IDs. Like they are literally
Holy shit.
the enemy of everything moving. So you want to be very careful if you see IDs. Obviously, you don't want to drive over them. They could be remote controlled as well. So even if you, drive safely, they might blow up. As it is right now, you can attach IDs to I think every object there is. So
Yep.
they don't have to look like this, right? Just so you know, if you see something fishy, like even this garbage thing here, or
Or tire or something else.
tire or something else,
Or
just
broken
do-
down vehicle, anything.
broken down vehicle, even a moving vehicle. Like we're not gonna go into vehicle-borne IDs right now because that's just a whole nother thing. But yeah,
God.
generally watch out. There will be IDs in this training and in different courses. They might. I mean, on the basic things we're gonna do here in the Salt Lake, they're not gonna explode, but in the live one, they are going to explode. So be very careful. If you see IDs or something that you think is fishy, don't approach it. Drive around it always. All right. Any questions about that?
What about the callouts when you see an IED?
Yeah, just say that there's an ID, right?
Stopping
Yeah, and-
convoys, ID
Yeah,
or
do it on-
something.
Yeah,
do it
the
on
protocol is to stop or
Do it on depends. Usually, it depends on the mission really. Like sometimes you're gonna have the order to remove them. Sometimes you're gonna have the order to drive around them. Generally, drive around them is fairly safe. So if you see this laying on this side of the road right here, for example, then try to drive like over here somewhere or something. The further away, the better, right?
Yeah.
The problem really is also that you don't know the explosive, right? So I could tell you that a demolition charge, for example, has that and that radius and that explosive power. But with IDs, it's more difficult. You're not gonna know how big the blast is going to be. And
Could-
again,
It could be a small one like a hand grenade and a big one like
Yeah.
a 155 artillery shell.
yeah, or even multiple artillery shells and
Just
shit like that.
Just look under the table to see what kind of ID is attached. It
Yeah,
skips
yeah,
through.
you can see that there's actually like an artillery shell, or is it? Yeah, it's an artillery shell. And on the other one, that's just an anti-tank mine, a Russian anti-tank mine, I think. But you never
Holy
know.
shit.
By the point you get close enough to identify it, you're already too close to ID,
Yep.
Yeah.
mostly. So
Unless you have a mine detector, then you know what you're doing.
Yeah, but even then, again, they can be remote controlled. You probably
Yeah.
want to stay away from IDs unless you have like a specific task to remove them. All right. Any questions about that right now? Right, cool. Let me just look at that. Yeah, we're gonna get to the vehicles now, to these four right here. Just mount up as the crews that I've named out. Where's the other guy?
He's not in yet.
Alright.
I've already forgotten who I was with.
Where's Alcon?
Yeah, I expected that. That's why I wrote it down. You with Kelly and Victor 1. So Victor
Kelly.
is gonna be
Just
dead right
Where's
now.
my man?
Give me 1 minute, Tim.
Where's my
Alright.
man Kelly?
Team, I might also forgotten in which team I am.
Yeah,
play
with
the teams
Kresge.
again, maybe.
Kelly!
I'm with
Sorry,
Joshua,
Thomas.
Rory, and someone else.
Say again,
Yeah.
please.
Pick one.
Yeah, alright. Victor
I'm
1 is
Kresge.
Kelly, Smith, and Matthews. Victor 2 is Kresge, Kellen, and Studeberg, actually. Victor
Oh.
3 is going to be Corello, Albin,
Hello.
Oh, yeah.
Hey Mick, you want to drive? I know you can't talk.
Alright, which one of
Yeah.
who's the other one? Kellen.
Kellen. That's him.
Preferably if one of you is up for being navigator and on the radio, that would be great.
Am I in the gunner seat then?
Throat hurts like a bitch.
Yeah, I guess there's only three of us. Yeah, you get to be our vaunted gunner.
Nice.
Seems like he can do that.
That
Mick is crying a
will
little
drill
tear
the
right
best.
now.
Alright.
Say again, please.
I'm preferably not gonna
shifting you
talk too
Victor
much.
2.
My throat hurts
But
like
as
a
you can
bitch.
see, he's
Okay.
so old they just come out as small dust specks.
I could barely hear you up there.
Yeah,
Well, I
you
didn't
sound like
know.
shit, man.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. Alright,
Right.
I'll turn you
Uh,
such long range.
I
How
think
did
one of you.
the
So we're leading the charge, right? We're
radio?
at the front of the convoy. Nice.
Okay.
Let's see, Dominic. You will then go into Thomas's original team, which was that.
Rory.
Yeah, there you go.
Grenade.
Okay.
Oh no,
Go
no,
with that.
he can stay with you. Like we're gonna have one foreman team. Like stay with Kresge.
Ah, okay, never mind then.
We're gonna have one foreman team and then
Are we not setting radios up or anything?
One of you guys can drive.
Right now he's on a 343 and we're on channel 1, but
Alright.
And Jonathan or Dominic,
yeah,
who
you
can
stay
drive.
with Kresge, Kellen. So is Rory back yet?
Jonathan is driving. Dominic, you are
He's
gunning.
moving? Oh, we're waiting for that other guy. That's what
Yeah, you're a gunner.
Okay.
Alright. Alright. Hey, you can man the gun if you want. Like I don't like it's intended that way.
yeah, we will. He was on the gun earlier. He's just inside now.
Alright, cool.
Yeah, I just couldn't hear the rest of the crew up there, so went back inside.
Alright, all good. One thing we can do right now while we're waiting is soft and hard dismounts. So we generally distinguish between two types of dismounts. One's a soft dismount where the gunner and the driver stays inside the vehicle, and then there's a hard dismount where everyone dismounts. It's pretty easy to remember, right? Like there's nothing to it. I don't think we have to practice that. I think you're gonna manage that when it comes to it. I like that you decided to be driving today, Rory. Shouldn't have jinxed it.
Oh, excuse me. I do apologize.
I like that
Whoever
Rory's
is in the driver's seat, get in the
yeah.
back.
Rory's driving now.
Yep.
Alright, I can already tell you what the next thing is going to be. So next thing is going to be that driving course. That's going to be a timed event, so I'm gonna write, or stop the times, and then I'm gonna run them against each other and see who performed the best.
Over here, Rory. Tim, if you have what's the name?
Yeah.
Zip ties, we can just throw him in the back and
No,
let
no, no.
drive.
I think we're
Back
waiting
up
for
top
someone
now.
else. Like he's talking to some new
Oh.
guy
Alright.
trying to connect to the server or something. And that's what's
Okay.
taking him so long. Like that's what we're waiting for right now. Rory's actually with him in another channel, I think, right now, and that's what we're
Oh
waiting for.
yeah, that's the new guy.
Yep. Can't really do anything. Till then.
We can sing a song.
Go ahead.
He's back again.
Alright, Rory, you back yet? He still hasn't.
No, but he's trying to connect now. We'll move out, and then afterwards you can maybe teleport and
Yeah, I
we'll
can
pick him up.
teleport him if we
Yeah.
really have to. Alright. Our first destination is going to be that driving point on the map. It's going to be right up ahead on this road on the right side.
Are we gonna be using the road or going off?
Yeah, just follow the road. I'm gonna jump into vehicle 1. Alright, let's go.
Alright, here, help me.
Basically just drive up to that white flag and just wait there.
Yeah, copy that. Okay, Mick, the concept
Alright,
here is
let me
pin
just
it to win
jump
it.
into Zeus, and then you can go ahead. Like the first vehicle can go ahead at my mark, and then the next one will follow, etc., etc. Copy that. I'm actually gonna make it night because I think you're good enough to drive at night.
We're scaring him now.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, leave the headlights off. Try to drive with night vision.
Not capitalize. Yeah. Tack.
Alright, Victor 1, are you ready?
Regulators.
We are ready.
Alright, let's go.
Let her rip, Mick.
Your time's up now.
Watch out for the mine.
Just stop at the end. Just wait there. We are gonna be there at one point. Copy that.
I don't think we did too bad.
Yeah, pretty good.
Second vehicle, are you good?
Yep, we're good.
time starting now.
I was slightly worried he was going to be a bit of a cheeky and put an IED on the truck course.
Yeah, I know. When I saw that minefield, I'm like,
Yeah.
Oh, that always sucks when you have no night vision.
Yeah.
That's when you use the Force. Oh wait, that was yesterday. Force Friday was yesterday. What am I talking about?
Was it
Today
Force?
It was Force Friday yesterday.
Oh, I did not know that. It's a bit
Yeah, they announced the new 7,500 piece Lego Millennium Falcon.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I didn't see the price tag though, which I'm probably glad I didn't.
$900 Canadian.
Sod that. You can almost build a proper Millennium Falcon for that much.
Almost, yeah. Did they just rear end us?
I'll swing around and give him a few warning shots, eh?
We're clipping inside them. Can you drive a bit further away, Jonathan? Leave a space in between us and them. Yeah, that's good.
You guys suck. Shit, I forgot to reboot my PC. I haven't turned it off in like 4 days.
What? 4 days? What are you doing 4 days long?
I don't know why I haven't turned it off. I just forgot. I fell asleep last night.
Yeah,
without
driving.
turning it off on the couch.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's one of the reasons
Stop
why.
now.
And then the other 2 days or so, I don't know. I'm dying here.
What are they doing now?
Away they go.
Obviously, you can pretty much listen on. I'm gonna change the time again.
We're gonna sit here for another day.
This is a long course, isn't it?
On this radio channel, or what's going on?
I'm on the radio channel.
Yeah, we are too.
Same on Thick too.
Are we just having massive desync then, or?
Oh, look at
2 days.
He was at Gamescom. Oh.
No wonder I'm so goddamn hungry.
Ow, that's blinding.
Why do you have to tag on TeamSpeak then?
Because I'm good.
Hey.
What just happened?
Are you guys driving? Can you hear Tim?
No, we aren't driving.
Drive over here. Tim has to drive over here. Did you not hear that, or?
No,
Okay,
we didn't hear it.
Go to the others at the...
Nick, drive
I
over
don't know
there.
what just happened.
I think we're a mic down.
Yeah, I think we're either Mick MIA or Mick down.
I think Mick disconnected from TeamSpeak just a bit ago.
He had audio issues, he couldn't talk. He said it at the start of the mission.
Oh, here we go. We're rolling.
Okay.
Here we go, we're rolling.
Rolling, rolling.
Yeah, that's a tank.
Stop.
The first kind of
Dismount.
I wanna put you guys through is this thingy right here. So essentially, your times were like the first vehicle needed 1 minute and 8 seconds. The second vehicle needed 54 seconds, and the third vehicle needed 55 seconds. So it's pretty close, but the second team win.
Yes!
Unfortunately, you all
Rory was
died
driving,
because,
I must say, risky.
unfortunately,
Listen up, guys.
unfortunately, you all died because you drove over an ID. I guess that's bad. I even put down like these mine warnings, so that you would have a bit of a better chance. But yeah.
Oh, I thought that means we shouldn't leave the course because there are mines on the side
Yeah,
of it.
Oh,
that's what I thought too.
Alright, well, never mind. You're dead anyway. Well, yeah, never mind. I just wanted to point that out, that you can, you know, it's just annoying, and IDs can be anywhere and everywhere. So the new guy, by the way, you're going to be in Victor 3 with Mike. Actually, you can go with Kelly. I think it would be better.
Alright, Kelly, over here. Can you let him join his group?
Hey, what's your name, by the way? What should I call you?
He left for now, I guess.
Alright.
Trying to figure out this one here.
Alright.
Alright, yeah, you guys can mount back up, and we're gonna drive down to that shooting range right here.
Yeah, he's already in my group, it looks like, so I think we're good.
Alright.
And actually, can you guys hear me on the radio or not?
Sometimes, yeah.
Are you
Sometimes,
using
yeah.
148?
No, I'm using the 343.
You are in the same vehicle as us, though, so...
Alright, let's just get over here.
At some point the sound was even distorted.
Okay, Vic 1, mount up.
Yeah. Pretty sure that was because he was with us.
Maybe it's because it's got, like, the signal has nothing to bounce back.
Get
Oh,
out
no,
of that
I'm not sure how that works in ACRE.
Yeah, it's weird.
Thank you.
Once you guys are in here, just hold at the entrance pretty much where I'm standing and just dismount again.
Get on the truck, get off the truck. God, I feel like I'm back in the army.
You're in the army, dude?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, first I'm hearing about it.
9 years, Lord Strathcona horse.
Oh, wow.
That was a long time ago.
Did I do that wrong?
Oh shit.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I was thinking, I wonder
Can you
if
get
they'll
out?
have a
Dismount, guys.
And the answer is no, they did not.
Alright, yeah, just get over here and take a knee or something. We're gonna continue our familiarization with the weapon systems in this part of the course, so the two weapon systems you're going to use at this point is the M2 Browning, which the Humvee we are using right now has 8 100 round boxes. It's a fairly large caliber with 12.7. The maximum rate of fire is 850 rounds per minute. Effective range is approximately up to I'd say 1,800 meters. The max range is obviously above that at 2,000 plus, but you're probably not gonna hit anything, especially with these ones that don't have any optics. So yeah, that's your first weapon system right there. The second one is the Mark 19, that grenade launcher. It shoots 40mm grenades. It has 2 boxes of I think 96 grenades per box. It's a little bit funny with the rounds per minute on that one, because the nature of grenade launcher is a bit weird. So it shoots 350 around 350 rounds per minute effectively. The effective range, yeah, well, if you cycle it, and if you had unlimited ammunition, you could shoot that many rounds, but you're not going to at no point in time, so whatever. Effective range is around 1,500 meters to up to 2,000 meters again, but again, you don't have any optics on that one. And on this particular model right here we're looking at right now, you're gonna notice that when we start engaging targets down here, that it's a little bit weird. Like, you're not gonna be able to see very well through them, but that's exactly why we have this course and where you can practice with that, right? So mount up again, drive the vehicles to the ranges, and not yet, and you can then just, switch a little bit around. Everyone should be trying everything. Make sure to put the earplugs in, or else you're gonna be deaf. And yeah. So much for that. Actually, one more thing to note, the white flag courses here, they have targets of 200, 300, and 600 meters, and the red ones have, 200 and 400.
And who do you want where?
It doesn't really matter. Just put the 250s on the first and the second lane, and then the other one on the third one.
Okay.
You
Copy
guys
that.
can switch it up and cycle it, and everybody should use every weapon system and get a little bit familiar with it. And just let me know when everybody's done.
Just go to the third lane, Mick. Apparently somebody wasn't paying attention.
Here we go, boys.
Can we start, Tim, or?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and start. You all should have rangefinders to identify the ranges, but I trust you on just knowing it, yeah. I know how to operate these weapon systems, like how to increase range, decrease range, and that kind of stuff.
How far away did he say these targets were?
White are 200. I think red are 4.
I'm guessing we're the 200 then.
Try to use a little bit of suppressive fire across them rather than singles.
Alright.
So move up to 400.
Alright. Are we switching over to a red one then? Or should I just shoot across the lane?
No. Try to move over to that.
Alright.
Could be off on our right there a little bit.
Are we moving now, or am I still going for the whites a bit?
Yeah, white lane. So go to the next range increment up.
Are you talking to me, sorry?
Yeah, our gunner. Basically, if you look straight ahead of us,
Yeah.
our whole white lane.
Oh, right, yeah.
Right? So we should have 2, 4, 600 all the way up that white lane.
Okay, yeah, I can't actually see the targets unless I'm zooming in. And you can't do that with these things. I'll see if I can do something about my draw distance. Let's try that. There we go.
There we go. Good target.
Gonna have to freeball it though. I can't use the optics.
Bit short. Elevate probably about 100 meters. There you go.
There we go.
The zeroing on this thing doesn't work.
Okay, let's
Like,
get
not at all.
Aleph on the gun. Can you pop down into the
Sure.
one of the other seats and we'll get Aleph on the gun?
I mean, under the assumption that it has to slide when you zero it up or down, it doesn't do it at all.
On the gun?
Yeah, you're clear to fire. Go ahead. Nice, right on the money. Well done.
Oh god.
Seems pretty straightforward.
Yeah, pretty basic. Okay, swap out and we'll get our squad automatic gunner on the.
I'm up.
Jump in there, Mick. Yeah, our RMG training was to say, son of a bitch, do bursts and son of a bitch.
It's a little weirder than the call, so it's gonna be a little more interesting.
How long are we hanging around the firing range for?
Not sure.
Right.
You go AFK for a sec, go ahead.
No, I'm just wondering.
Okay.
That part of waking up is 50 linkage in your cup.
I really want to see how that grenade launcher works. Be interesting to give it a little go.
All right, I call that a win.
You sure those targets his boss?
That's right. They will only pop up over and over again now. All right, Mick, back us off this fucking thing before this we sink in through the object.
I do need to go AFK for maybe a minute. I need to start some
go
stream
ahead.
settings. Alright, gotcha. Oh, that was a good time, and I just came back.
It's horrible.
Awesome.
I'm looking forward to it then. Wait, he's having to go first?
Mick.
Oh.
Then you, Dante, and then we'll get Aleph on there.
Alright, nice.
Am I saying?
Oh.
Am I saying that right?
It's less than I thought. I'm worried about the safety of that bunny. It's done in by the shrapnel.
Right, you're up, Dante.
Nice. Right.
You alright there, Kresge?
Don't shoot too low, Dante, please.
Yeah.
I can't see shit from. Oh, there we go. It's just reloading. Okay, that was a test shot.
That's the
Kresge, is
definitely
that
high
you
enough.
pushing people off the ramp?
Oh.
Does the zeroing work correctly on this?
No. It's
Oh,
completely fucked.
So
brilliant. If you die, it's the zeroing's fault, not mine.
We have one more to go here.
Alright, cool.
Alright.
Rabbit on the course, engage.
Where is he?
no, don't. He's too close.
Oh.
Right under you.
Oh, behind me. Right.
Get a rifle range for that. Stop shooting.
Oh, I like this thing.
Okay. Stop before you crash the
Okay,
server.
let's get Aleph.
I would have been pretty happy if I crashed the server.
We're gonna call you Wreck-It Dante.
Christ. Shrapnel is terrifying.
I'm waiting for that Humvee to launch into orbit.
If you change a tire, it might just happen. God, that thing is crazy.
I think you've hit everything except the target.
Oh yeah, we've got someone watching the stream that isn't Theseus.
Oh,
Wow.
it's
That-
probably Omni.
Yeah.
They're getting into our operations. They know how we roll.
He's stream sniping.
Alright, let's wrap it up.
Yep. Perfect timing. We got.
Alright, once you're done, just form up at me.
Team, should I move the vehicle down?
You can move it in a second. Doesn't matter right now.
Okay.
All right. So obviously the machine gun as well as the Mark 19 do have rates of fire or recommended rates of fire. There is something for the machine gun cross though. I'm not gonna touch on that right now. Obviously don't shoot full auto with anything because you're gonna run out of ammunition. You're not gonna hit anything unless you actually want to suppress something. So yeah, generally if you aim for targets, don't shoot full auto, especially with the Mark 19. It's got a very limited amount of ammunition. One more thing we might want to speak about is when to shoot and at what. You know, you pretty much know the SOP for that. Shoot at obviously armed opponents if they point a gun at you. You know, if they look at you with optics and have a cell phone in their hand, that's usually a sign that they are a spotter for some, you know, hostile force. Depending on the SOP on the ground in that operation or mission or campaign, you will have to figure that out if you're allowed to shoot at them or not. Fast-moving vehicles, obviously, because there is a high threat of vehicle-borne IEDs. That's something you want to look out for as well. You know, there may be missions, I'm not sure, that always depends on the mission maker, but there may be allies that turn on you, like, I know we have some campaigns coming up that feature some more Middle Eastern stuff, and there's definitely enough examples of that, so keep that in mind as well. Generally, it will be local forces, though, a threat from that kind of direction, so yeah. But generally, you know what to shoot at, right?
Yes.
Alright. Next course that we are going to do is going to combine the two courses we did before, so we're going to be shooting and driving at the same time. Again, this is all familiarization right now, so I want you just to know the vehicle, know the gun, know how to operate as a crew and that kind of stuff. Actually, we're gonna rearm the vehicles beforehand. So get to your vehicles, drive them down to the boxes down there, and just rearm them, so you know how that works as well.
Come on, Gramps.
You're good. No, don't turn.
Do you know how to rearm, Mick?
Turn back. Turn to your left, yes.
Shake your head violently, yay or nay. Just queue up behind that other, or yeah, they should have pulled all the way through.
You're really having trouble driving backwards? Trying to drive with the mirrors.
Would have been better had that first Vic pulled all the way through to the third ammo box.
Pull up in front of that other Humvee.
Oh, okay.
The default one is it just work.
Yeah.
You take the correct ammo. In our case, it's the Humvee M2. You'll get an ammo box out like Thomas has, and then you should have an ace interaction on the vehicle to fill ammo.
Oh, rearm, yeah, okay, got it. Wow.
And be careful.
Pretty simple. It works with the ace interaction, like, you know, just get some practice in on that.
Okay, there we go. 48 rounds of 40mm.
Do you mind have a little gander at it?
Careful.
Just so I know what I'm doing if I ever have to do this.
Hang on, I'm just loading it up.
Hey, this one only has 6 rounds left.
Emptying the M2.
Empty it out as well.
Reload.
It's pretty unfortunate that there's no more civilized way to do that, but that's just how it is.
Yeah.
Alright.
Check our M2 as well, yeah.
How many rounds does our Humvee have now?
It's just one
When I last checked, it had 3 boxes.
Okay, that's fine, leave it.
That's stupid.
It should have 8. 8 is the maximum, so fully rearm it.
Okay, everyone grab a box. Yeah, we should be good.
8 plus the one.
So do you gents know how to reload the M2s?
No, that's.
Reload the vehicles?
I wanted to have a go at now.
Okay. So if you walk up to that box, you do the ace interaction on it.
Yeah.
You'll get the should have one that says take ammo, and then a couple of other sub menus for Humvee M2, and then the ammo type.
Yeah, I've got oh, that's not one.
I think we're full.
Yeah, I've got 100 round.
Yep. So if you choose that, it should give you a box.
Yep, 7 boxes plus
Yeah.
1 loaded.
Okay, I've got the
There
box.
you go. Now if you walk over to the Hummer or the Humvee, and you do ace interaction on it, should be near the top there. You'll have an option to rearm.
Alright. Rearm now. Alright, I think I did it. Alright, nice. That was easier than I thought it would be.
Yeah, I think you've got to do that multiple times, though, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so right now you've got 2 boxes and you want to have 8 in total, so 100 loaded plus, yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah, we'll max it out here.
Are we all going to do it at the same time?
Just gotta be careful because those boxes probably have collisions on them as well. So.
Oh, brilliant.
One on one side of the Humvee, one on the other.
Those boxes don't have collisions.
Oh no? Okay, good. Whew.
So it's not going to launch our thing to orbit.
Collisions to be safe. Yeah, just in case it gets changed one day.
Yep.
Treat the air as having collisions because it's Arma. What will happen?
Air molecules. Alright. Ooh. How many do we have in now?
It looks like. Hang on. We have 6 right now.
Yeah, so you need 1 more.
I think we're all good.
Alright, every vehicle done.
Let's get 1 more in
Big
here.
2 is done.
We should have 8 total.
Alright.
Plus 7.
Right.
On it.
Thank you.
I'm guessing Mike's done as well, yeah? Yeah.
We got 1 on the ground over here. Mick's got 1, I think.
Yeah, we don't have any more boxes left in here. Yeah, we've only got grenades in there.
Yeah, no worries. I'm picking up the box right now.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, I think we're full. I'm just gonna throw it into cargo.
Oh, nice.
Okay, Vic 2 mount up.
I am coming with you.
Alright, once you all loaded up
we
again,
can't do anything with it.
take us out to the tactical driving and shooting course and just hold at the entrance.
Where exactly is that, Tim?
Behind us.
Turning it around then. What?
So
What I want you to do there, though, is I want you to pretty much start as a line, like as a convoy, as a column.
We're Victor 3 or?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, man.
No, the front is not clear. You're
Are we
gonna want to
waiting
back up.
vehicle 3 here? Or?
So, vehicle 1 leads the way.
So sorry, say again. I was trying to get in the vehicle. What are we doing?
Do you see where that marker tactical driving and shooting course is? That's pretty much where you parked before, after the driving course.
Okay.
The compound right behind the watchtower behind us.
Oh, let's get this bad boy around.
Yeah, just drive us to the entrance where that flag is, pretty much.
Yeah. Copy that.
Do we got a radio in here?
Go ahead, Mick.
Ride of the Valkyries.
Yeah, just past them.
Next one right.
Oh, over here, Mick, on the right. My bad, bud.
Wait at the entrance, yeah, exactly. this is going to be the first course we're gonna, in which we're going to act as a convoy. And what that means is that we have assigned sectors of fire, so the first vehicle is going to take the front, second vehicle is going to take the left side, and we are going to take the right side. This particular course. You can see, like, I've placed a target on the right side of that entrance there, so you know what you're shooting at. There are no civilians on this. Watch out for the usual stuff and give it a go. Also limit the speed a little bit so that they actually have the opportunity to fire at the targets. Like 30 or 40 kilometers per hour. Let's go.
Call out targets as you see them, guys.
One in the building to our left. I could not
Engage.
get in it.
Target contact left.
Got 2 contacts on our left. Didn't put earplugs in. It's like we got a tank to the front.
Contact front. Now right.
That boy doesn't want to swing
Try
around.
to stay together as well.
Gunner, come left. 2 contacts. Yep, one on the tower as well.
One in the tower.
Yep, tower front.
I see him. God, I'm blind.
Contact left, base the tower.
2 contacts on the left.
2 contacts front. Contact front, second floor. Contact left, ground floor.
Oh, I'm out. I'm dry.
Okay.
God, my frame rate went to shit.
Mick, stay on the road, bud. Oh, I see. IED. Yeah, I got you. Good call.
So hello, Mr. Ramadan. For this stream's picking up people.
Is it really?
Yeah. Got like. We got 4 people watching us now.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Yeah, Vic 1, which is now Vic 2, is through.
Did either of you notice there was one ID, did anyone see that? After we drove by it. Yeah, in front of that town, so we all dead again. At least the first vehicle would be dead right now.
Didn't see it, I leaned out the door and disarmed it on the way.
You're still dead. Alright.
I'm going to do something about these graphics settings because I could not do anything inside the building.
Just for familiarization of the weapon systems as well as driving and gunning working together, you know. We can pretty much head back to the well, actually no, let's stay right here. Dismount for a second and come over here.
Alright guys, dismount.
So now that we pretty much know how the weapons and vehicles
Take a knee,
work,
guys.
What do you say?
I said, told them to take a knee.
Oh yeah. So now that we know how the vehicle works and the weapon systems work, we can start talking about a little bit more advanced stuff like how the convoy works and that kind of stuff. Sorry. And that kind of stuff. First of all, what we're going to start off with is initiate contact.
Alright, now listen here, you fucks. Welcome to the stream, TBC. I had to join this other channel because otherwise they'll be able to hear me. Yeah, this is Arma 3, and we're doing a little training thing. But I want to go back on the other channel now, so I can Can actually fucking hear them.
Do is we're going to assault the entrance of that village then, pretty much back there where we just came out of. You've got some targets there and you've got some, you know, some stuff to do. So let me just think of some.
Sorry, I missed the first portion of that. I had to go for a bit.
Of what? All right. Initiating contact. That's what we're going to do right now. So we've got 3 battle rules we wanna get over with, and the first one's going to be initiate contact. So you guys can basically mod up. Mike, you can actually. Do you want to take charge of that, or do you want me to do it?
Yeah.
All right, cool. You know, it's very basic. Split your teams up into a support buffer element, a maneuver element, and then assault that village. That's pretty much your order.
Yeah. Alright. Give me 2 seconds then. Let me just sort this shit out.
All right.
I guess I won't fire this time. I guess I won't fire this time.
Why that?
Why is there a floating target?
Yeah, I wondered the same.
Yeah, one of the targets I misplaced apparently. Give me 1 second.
Wait, you placed in my hand with this?
Yeah. No, not with these. With in the editor.
Oh, you didn't.
Oh, I actually have binoculars. What is this?
It's rangefinder.
Oh. Same thing.
2.5k a pop, man. Don't lose them.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Dude, I didn't pay for them.
You can effectively, you know.
But you will if you lose it.
Alright, fair enough. Someone followed me.
Are you ready yet, Mike?
Who was it? Alright, so I gotta keep leaving the channel, right? Because otherwise they'll be able to hear me. But thank you to whoever followed. I didn't quite catch the name. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Vic 1, go ahead, man up.
Which one was that?
Technically, we were originally Vic 1, so my Vic 1 load.
Yeah, you're gonna stay Vic 1. Like, we're gonna make a real convoy in a minute as well, and
Which vehicle is Vic 1?
Dante, the one, yeah, the one right there.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you. Thank you, Duckman SM, for following. My main man. Thank you, TraffyNN, for following my main man. My other main man, I should say. Oh, sorry, I had to alt tab again for a moment there. My apologies. Are we engaging?
We're gonna change the plan up a little bit.
No, I'll let Mike do it right now, but.
Alright.
I'm kind of multitasking a little bit.
Alright, yeah, you can.
I'll find your call, alright? Should be back
All
at
right.
6.
My wonderful mother. That was. It's very quiet. Where did Kelly get to?
I think kind of turn the engine off for a while.
Alright.
Oh, excuse me.
We definitely needed it for the immersion.
Who's driving for you? Rory, is that you driving this one?
I think we do need a bit of AA on there.
Okay. Whoa, that's pretty close. Oops. That's my safe zone then. Alright, we're gonna do it. I'm gonna just plan it. So, basically, Rory, can you come out? Because you're going to be in charge of that vehicle.
Oh, that frame rate.
Yeah.
Alright, so
Sure.
what we're going to do, guys, is I want you to assault the, you see that office building right there? Like the large one?
Seen.
And I essentially wanted vehicle 3 to stay right here and engage that from over here. And the
Wonder if
other
that
vehicles
works.
can go ahead.
Guys, in the Humvee, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Alright.
And you shift fire if you see that, you know, if you feel that the other vehicles are in close enough.
Okay. Better too early than too late, Rory.
And you can,
Yeah,
you know,
that's what I'm
obviously
saying.
you can engage targets on the right side there as well. Just make sure I want you to communicate actually. So I think it's going.
So, welcome to Arma 3. Spend half of our time sat around waiting for things to get going, and then when it actually gets going, you die in about one shot. So, I have no idea what's going on, but should be fun.
Yeah, no, you infantry clear it. So just do
We'll do a soft dismount.
Actually, soft dismount. That's too few people, right? No, I
Probably,
forgot
as
that.
we're only 4 people then.
Yeah, it will be like 2 people, but it makes no sense. Just do a hard dismount, then clear the building really quick, and can get back in the vehicles and get back down here. Like really, the key thing is communication on this. So tell them when to shift fire, and that's gonna be good.
Just to be sure everyone is on the same wave. That's the brown building. Well, dark.
No, it's
No,
the
but
left
the left
building.
one.
It's
That one.
The office building. That one.
Okay.
Yeah, roger.
Alright, seen it now.
Just to be
Left
sure.
side of the road. Left side. Mount up and tell me when it's
Now would be a good time for a drink.
Okay, I need you to swap seats for a sec.
Who are you talking to?
You.
Me?
Victory holding position to cover.
Wait, am I switching gunner?
No, stay where you are. No, you're good. I just need to get in the driver's seat.
Alright, nice. What's the plan? Because I'm kind of out the loop right now.
No, Mick, we're gonna drive right in, just shy of that office building, and then we are gonna
Victory is good to
hard
go.
dismount and assault.
Hard dismount.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing a hard dismount. Everybody's gonna be dismounting.
Alright, gotcha.
Big
What
one, good to go.
building is that, sorry?
Okay, as soon as we start rolling through these gates here, you start engaging targets on the right-hand side.
Right hand side, gotcha.
Big one rolling. 19 firing.
Open fire.
Go, Mick, go.
Mark 19 stepping fire.
Shift your fire to the left side of the building.
Go, Mick, go. Contact left, contact left. Okay, stop here.
Big one, hard dismount. Engage.
Contact in the market.
2 hard dismount, engage.
Vic 1, enter. Clear the ground floor.
Vic 2, enter.
Vic 1 is entering, clearing ground floor.
Mick, I'm on your...
Target's popping
Left
up
side.
again.
Ignore the targets you already shot then.
Aleph, stay
On
on
4
top
left
phase
side
6.
here.
So clear.
Copy that.
Okay, guys, let's start
Right,
the upper floors.
ground floor right clear.
So let me know when you're done. Like, I didn't place any targets in there, just, you know.
Will do. Office building, ground floor clear. Moving to floor 2.
Second floor, right side clear.
We're continuing down the left side here. If you can take next floor.
Copy that.
Clear.
Okay, Vic 1, go for 3rd floor. Move up. Clearing right hand side.
Clear in here.
Room clear.
Since when did they update the sound? I like it a lot more than that shitty one they had.
Let's get down and make a 360 around the building.
Are we heading up to the roof?
Roof clear.
You can go up even more.
Building clear.
I guess not.
Once you're done, mount back up.
Building clear. Vic 1 exiting.
2 mount up.
Vic 1, mount up.
Ceasefire.
Oh, wrong seat.
Vic 1 loaded, rolling.
Go, Mick. Back
You're
where
ready.
you came.
Team, I have 5 rounds left. Can I empty them somewhere else?
Yeah, go ahead.
They have to.
Oh, we're up to 5 people now. It's like one more than last time.
Job. Yeah, go ahead, Mick. Go.
Ready.
Vic 1 removing.
Mick, pull in line behind the Mark 19. Shut her down, dismount.
Alright, go ahead and dismount and come back to me.
I'm probably gonna hop off here. I'm
No,
not
turned off
so
yet.
Brisky's the,
Well, good recovery,
Oh,
Brisky.
man down.
You can
He
hear me?
died.
He did a flippity flop.
yeah, he had to go. He said he didn't feel so well. All right, so that was your, pretty basic, pretty basic assault right there. Obviously, the support by fire element's position wasn't great, but it does show you the general, it gives you a general idea of what's happening when you assault that position and how to use a support by fire element. I'm relatively confident that, every sergeant and above know how to use that as a effective means, and is trained for that. Next battle drill that is interesting for us is reaction to contact. So what happens when someone's shooting at you? You pretty much return fire, obviously. Then you move your depending on the situation and on the mission setting. If you are there to engage targets, then you can move your vehicle to the nearest cover or concealment and then soft dismount and return fire or clear the area. Or you can just run through and return to safe, to a more safe area if you think that you do not want to take that contact and your objective, for example, is just to carry something from point A to point B. That is pretty much it's going to be pretty much in the mission scenario that is going to determine that. Pretty much return fire and either speed up or get to cover. Like, speed is one of your main force multipliers right now with these vehicles. They aren't armored that well, but they are pretty fast and they do have a pretty powerful weapon on top, so utilize that. The third one is reaction to ambush. And actually, how are you guys feeling? Do you want to have a break right now, or do you want me to go over that and then have a break?
I'd say break now.
Yeah, I'd say so as well. Alright, take 5 minutes or so, and we'll be right back, right?
Yeah,
sounds good.
For a good example of avoiding enemy fire, you can look at my YouTube channel.
Shameless
you
plug.
all know what view I'm referencing.
That is a prime example of how to be very, very lucky.
No, I dodged it masterfully.
Yes, that's what you say now.
If you put an olive between my ass cheeks, I would have made olive oil. I used cover effectively. That's what I did.
That situation could have gone wrong so many ways.
Yep. I'm quite surprised we took no splash damage.
Yeah, I'm quite surprised we had no losses at all.
It was a fucking miracle.
Yeah.
And my excellent driving.
Of course.
Right, I'm gonna head into that compound thing so I can speak to these 5 people in the stream without bothering you guys. So just radio me if you when we stand back up.
Yeah, cool.
Alright, you tosspots. We're alone now. How did you guys even fucking get here? I think I only told like maybe 1 or 2 of you that I stream. I definitely didn't tell anyone today that I stream. Oh god, we have a man down. Oh, don't mind if I do. There we go. Yeah, every Saturday or so, I do these kind of things in Arma, and coincidentally, I also stream every Saturday, or I used to. So I figured, why not combine the two? And so that's what I did today. And apparently, if you do that, you get stalked by everyone you know on Discord, because I'm seeing that now. But hey, that's pretty nifty. I don't remember linking the two, but hey, if it's getting me more viewers, I ain't complaining. Yeah, this Arma 3 isn't probably the funnest game to watch. It's more fun to play, at least if you're doing actual scenarios like this, or training. I think this is. So you guess you guys joined at a bad time. Automatically detects it, right? That's a little weird. But like, it's definitely something they should be like, hey, do you actually want to connect, and not just like go with it, you know? Start your own stream. Go for it, mate. The only reason I'm doing it right now is because a friend of mine did it. I don't think they like it though. Because she streamed like once, and then who reads the terms of service? Come on, don't give me that shit. I can do some good whilst I'm here. You actually read the terms of service? Alright, yeah, it is a joke, thank Christ. Hey, there we go, we repaired the truck. I'm not gonna bother messing with all that. A worthy trade, I believe. That's a shout. Right, no, I don't need to read back. Yeah, this game's a lot more realistic than I thought it would be. It like individually keeps track of how many rounds you have in a mag, and you know, after the end of a fight, you might have like 3 mags that have like 4 rounds in one, and then 3 in another, and like 6 in the last. And what you can essentially do is, it takes a while. Yep.
You come back. Actually, I'm gonna teleport you.
Alright, gotcha.
Jeez, man, let him finish.
There you go.
Heyo.
Alright. Reaction to ambush. If you guys would open your maps really quick, I'm gonna just draw it out for you. And just get my documentation. Alright. So reaction to ambush is pretty simple really. Well, except it's gonna be very stressful. Your first task, if you notice that you're on an ambush, is to leave that kill zone. That decision is going to be made by whoever's in charge of the convoy. So basically, yeah, leave that kill zone. If your vehicle is disabled, move to cover and concealment. You know, exit the vehicle, move to cover and concealment. If one vehicle is disabled and the others are still active, the other vehicle still leaves the kill zone first, and then they're gonna initiate contact just like we just did. So they're gonna regroup and then do a full-scale attack on that enemy and try to give the other guys cover and rescue them if necessary. So you're pretty much gonna notice when you are in an ambush, I hope. Say, if you are traveling down, like, say this is a road right here, right? And you get attacked by multiple sides, or maybe you have a roadblock right here, or an ID or something, disable the vehicle, you should expect an ambush. We're going to have a drill on that later on. But yeah. Any questions about that, pretty much? So far, I mean. It sounds relatively simple, but it's going to be relatively difficult when that enemy is really shooting at you. So, yeah.
Yeah, speaking of which, Tim, you'll need to navigate for us. Since Mike is gone.
Yeah, no, I'm going to actually switch it up a little bit. So the first vehicle still has 4 people, right?
Yep.
Yeah, can you take over vehicle 3 as a navigator and then be the convoy, you know, in control of the convoy while Matthew takes over, or Mick takes over vehicle 1?
Mick can't talk, so him taking over vehicle 1 is not a good idea.
Never mind, okay. And the other ones are new, right?
Yeah.
Yes, never mind then. Yeah, you'll stay in vehicle 1, and I'm just gonna be with vehicle 3 then.
Sounds good. For purposes of the training, you should probably direct the convoy if Rory doesn't have a problem with that.
No, sure. I don't mind.
No, you can do it, Rory, like, if you want to.
No, I don't really know what's going on, and he's right. You know better, so.
Yeah, looking at the numbers right now, what I think what we're going to do is the planning phase and everything, that kind of stuff, we're going to actually move that to somewhere else, because, you know, Mike isn't here, Corey isn't here either, so I think the people that are most likely to lead aren't here, and really, it's for you guys, it's not going to be that interesting, or it might be, but you know, we'll probably move it to another point in time.
Yeah, that's good.
Because
Let's get
makes sense.
some practical
it's
things
a pretty big part, and I want you guys to rather focus on your tasks right now. So yeah, let me just see where we are then. Okay. Yeah, we don't have to cover that. Yeah, all right. One thing we still can do is let's get back to the into the compound and switch vehicles. No, wait, I'm with this one, right?
Yeah, come here.
Alright, let me know when you guys are ready to move, and we'll start just heading back.
Yeah, Vic 1's good.
Just go back to the base.
Copy that.
Yeah, Mick, just head to the base, bud. Make a right here. Just drive around, I was gonna say drive around the back of that, or drive around the front of that Humvee, come back and park where we were originally. Yeah, good man.
Are we dismounting or are we staying aboard?
Stay put for 1 sec.
Yeah.
Alright, dismount and follow me.
Now we're dismounting.
Okay. Oh.
Always up to that course instructor kind of guy.
All right. Next, is everyone here? Yeah. All right. Next thing we're going to talk about is a little bit about the about convoy movement and that kind of stuff. So, essentially, what you have is you've got 3 movement techniques: traveling Overwatch, and bounding Overwatch. Man, that's really also again for like commanding personnel, but you know, traveling is your basic travel. It's the same as an infantry movements, pretty much, except obviously you're in vehicles, and you're gonna have some limitations, especially with in terms of, you know, terrain usage, because you can't go everywhere with vehicles like you can with infantry. So that's something you want to watch out for if you are in charge of anything. Pretty much whenever we are going to move out in a convoy, the first thing we're going to do is we determine a speed or the catch-up speed. So say we are going to travel to a certain point, let's say you know, the main airfield, for example. Then we would say, okay, let's travel in let's travel at like 50 kilometers per hour, and the catch-up speed is going to be 55 kilometers per hour. That way no one is just speeding fast, you know, past you and that kind of stuff. Distances, you pretty much will have set distances for the vehicles as well, in case of ID attacks, that kind of stuff, so that we don't lose all the vehicles at once. Another important part, again, more so for lean personnel, but also for you guys, is formations. You're going to essentially be traveling and using 3 formations: the column, the staggered column, the line, and the actually just to make it 2, and the diamond. But honestly, do you guys think it's realistic that you are going to use the diamond formation like Rory and Kelly?
Probably not.
Yeah, like the line formation.
Column 90% of the time.
Column 90% of the time. You're probably gonna get a line going if you assault something in full force. but apart from that, it's not very likely. So yeah, you have the same advantages and disadvantages as you have with infantry movement. Your column will have a pretty high speed usually, will have good flank coverage because of that sectors that you have, you know, but compared a very soft front, so you're not going to have a high volume of fire in the front. The line formation is the exact opposite. You're going to have all that fire in the front, but nothing on the flanks. One more interesting thing we can go over actually is you essentially, if you're a vehicle commander, there's pretty much two positions your vehicle can be in. Either if it's stopped at least, the hide position or the hull down position. And what that means is either the entire vehicle is hidden from enemy fire, like if you say we have enemies on that side of the wall, then obviously they can't see you, so this vehicle right here would be in a hide position from that. And the hull down position is a position where like something large like a rock or maybe another vehicle, if disabled or whatever, is in front of the vehicle so that just the turret looks over. Or maybe a bush, even if it's concealment, but that wouldn't be that useful, if you get me. But yeah, these are the two positions you should memorize, and you should start utilizing that as well. So if the commander says drive me into a hold down position behind that rock, you should know what he's talking about. Any questions about that or the formations?
Nope. All good.
Alright, cool. Another interesting point would be halting the convoy. So generally you distinguish between a short and a long hold. A short hold is pretty much every hold that's under 15 minutes. You can do that for talking on the radio, map checks, getting satellite images and that kind of stuff. So new intel or whatever comes up, you can do a short hold. One action you always do, or two actions you actually always do on a hold, it would be engine off. So as soon as you stop and you know that you're going to be stopping there for even just a short hold, you're gonna turn that engine off and you're gonna listen. So you're gonna listen if you pick anything up that you couldn't hear before, like other vehicles or all that kind of stuff. You basically have one more sense again to help you find enemies, find threats, identify threats, and that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's something to keep in mind. Depending on the situation, and obviously that's at the liberty of whoever's in charge then. You can do a soft dismount. Usually you'd want to have more guys in the vehicle than the commander, but yeah, generally you can always do that to get a better 360 going. Yeah, two more actions, and we're actually going to practice those, is the coil formation, the herringbone, and the roadblock, make that 3. So what I want you guys to do right now is I want you to mount up in these vehicles right here, and you're going to notice that they will have to be refueled and need some more ammunition. You've got trucks on that right side there, so you can go ahead and get some practice on that as well. We are not going to use the unarmed one since we only got three operating vehicles. Alright, the Vic 1 is going to take that first one here, Vic 2 is going to be that one, and Vic 3 is going to be this one. Alright, Vic 3 mount up, and
Dante, let me know how much ammo we've got in there.
We've got 3, 1 loaded.
Alright.
Where do we get the fuel from, Tim?
1 second. Vic 1, when you're ready, just go ahead. It's just outside this first bar gate here, and then to the right side.
Yeah, seen. It should be that fuel truck right on our...
Oh, there goes the paint.
Our vehicle now needs to be repainted.
Fuel should be that fuel truck right there, Mick, at our 11 o'clock.
I don't know if they can drive, I think. There we go. Just make sure to drive it, okay? Come on.
You guys need help? No, we're doing fine. You're right, that's what we can see from here.
Alright, Vic 1 and Vic 2 refuel, Vic 3 rearm.
Is it okay if I also have a gander at refueling just so I get familiar with
You
the
should
system?
be able to pull right up alongside it, Mick. Yeah, absolutely. If you want to try refueling, shouldn't be a problem.
Alright.
Do you guys know? Basically, ace interaction.
Pull up as tight as you can to it, Mick. I don't think we're really going to be able to get.
Get that nice house and then.
Ooh.
A little farther because we won't be able to get out. Okay, there we go. Should be good there.
Exactly.
No,
You
no,
guys,
I've done it before.
just rearm
Okay, I'll
first,
just
and
refuel
then,
Which gun is that? Is that an M2?
it's an M2, yeah.
Alright, so what are we doing now then, Kelly?
There should be a.
Someone want to get in, check when we should stop fueling.
There should be an interaction on here to refuel.
Yeah, oh yeah, I see a refuel.
Yeah, and then it should, if you choose
The other
that,
guys
you should
are
be able to get a
currently fueling
nozzle,
right now.
and then when you interact on the Humvee, it should have an option to actually refuel it.
Might take another minute.
Is this asking me to check remaining fuel or check fuel counter?
It started at about 16th of a tank.
I mean, there's a lot of fuel left in this bad boy, but it's not letting me.
Okay, so you know what? Maybe it's the other way around. Go on the Humvee and go
Oh,
refuel.
oh, I've accidentally attached hooks.
Kelly, you can't refuel right now. I think the other guys are using your truck right now. Like the.
Oh, okay.
How do I stop doing an action?
It's
Yeah, no worries.
The nozzle is back here. And
Just
then
hit
you
escape. It should get you out of that.
There we go.
Alright.
How's the quantity? How's the quantity?
80%.
Okay.
Might have stopped moving. I can't see anything.
Oh, just barely squeezed through.
Oh, it's automatic. Ah.
You got it?
Are we refueling?
Good.
How'd you do it?
How was the ammo, Dominic?
85 liters.
See, I just kind of assume that
Ammunition.
all processes are kind of self-explanatory if you know how to use the ACE interaction menu.
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward.
We needed the nozzle? Wait, you know what? I'll just put it back and you'll take it. You can refuel, guys.
Alright.
Do you know how to do it?
I don't, but I think I might be able to work it out.
Yeah, so now, yeah, I got it. So Dante, now if you go up to the fuel truck,
Yep.
interact with it, and when you hit refuel, you'll now have an
Okay.
option to take fuel.
Okay.
Seen that thing?
I've got the
There
nozzle.
you go. Yeah, now you got the nozzle. So now go to the Humvee, interact with it.
Oh, what's going on? I can't. Okay.
Well, I'm not sure.
Just come around this far side. Should.
Oh yeah, here we go. Where am I connecting it into?
Just anywhere.
You should just ace interact.
Oh, okay.
Connect. There we go.
It's a weird place to put in fuel.
Sorry, Mick. How many boxes did you say we needed? 6. Okay. We need ammo.
Gosh, really?
Oh man.
I'll take care of
Oh, I didn't start fueling. Whoops.
Did you get it?
This is what happens when I use ace.
Better re-go on this grenade key, man.
Oh god, what happened over here?
Could have fatal consequences with
they're
Max,
decent.
believe me.
This is why I don't carry grenades.
At least it wasn't a frag.
Exactly.
I hope I didn't give anyone frags just for that very reason.
No, I'm pretty sure you didn't.
next thing you'll be throwing is chem lights. That's not so bad.
Copy that, Mick.
Is this a good time to go AFK for about a minute?
Yeah, go ahead, bud.
Yeah.
Alright. I'll sit here next to the dead guy.
What is the what's the Mark 19 supposed to have?
Alright, I'm back.
Every part of that vehicle and not just drive from A to B.
Yep, no, agreed.
Yeah, again, the only thing I do want to do then is, yeah, let's get into the vehicles and let's just drive outside 5 meters and try out the coil formation, the herringbone, and the roadblock.
Alright.
So did Rory leave?
Yeah, Rory had to go.
Yeah, okay, I'll drive in.
Yeah, let's just mount up and get ready.
I'm in Vic 3, right? Yeah.
Just drive like 50 meters out of that gate and we'll wait there.
Yeah, we're all in, Mick, go ahead. Alright, will do. 50 meters out from the gate and hold. Turn off the engine. Back straight, hands on your legs. Nowhere else. Stretch
Alright,
left
so
rear twice.
first thing we are going going to try out is the we're missing someone, right?
Yes. Yeah, Dominic.
Did you say anything, or is it just AFK?
I have no clue.
Alright, whatever. See, I'm gonna do it an easier way, so I'm just gonna spawn in some vehicles and just show you what it's supposed to look like, then we're gonna do it once, and then we're pretty much good.
Yeah, copy that.
Right now,
Yeah, it does, but at least it's armored.
if you look to your left right now, what you'll see is that these three Humvees are pretty much in a herringbone formation, so if you conduct a short hold, what you can do is you can just stop them like that and park them like that, so you should always do that pretty much to have a little bit of distance between the vehicles in case of attacks. It's for the same reasons you do the staggered column as an infantry element. Any questions about that? Didn't think so. The next formation that's going to be interesting for us is a roadblock, or that's actually the next one I'm going to show you. You can utilize your vehicles a little bit more by one turn, but by basically having a Kyle of some sort, so no, I can't turn them around for some reason. That's weird.
Use control.
Yeah, I am. Never mind. We'll just do it with the actual vehicles. We're gonna do that last. The other, like I said, the other thing I can show you is the coil, and that looks kind of like, well, I can't turn the vehicles, but that kind of looks like this. So you're basically going to have one vehicle at the 12 o'clock position looking at the front, then you're going to have one vehicle on the 9, 3 and 6 o'clock positions, so that you essentially form a safe space in that, and that you've got all the sectors covered. Again, if you do these formations, and if you do stay longer at a certain point, you should consider getting into a hull down position. So say if you had a rock next to the road, you know, obviously utilize on that, and these kind of things. And yeah, these are just tools for the team leaders and convoy leaders to use. It doesn't work. All right. Again, and now we're going to try the roadblock just manually. And essentially what I want to happen is I want to have two vehicles like on the road forming something like a V, vehicle 1 and 2, and then vehicle 3 is going to stay in the rear and cover the rear side. So just push up just a little bit beyond the crossroads here, and just do that for me, please.
Team turning around.
Yep.
Okay, so Mick, drive up about 100 meters, and then take up a position on the left-hand side of the road.
Yeah, that's pretty much far enough. So what this should look like is the two vehicles should be relatively close to each other, like right on top of each other, pretty much, and that you have some cover looking down that road. Correct?
Copy that.
Yeah, we should have angled it a bit. That was my bad.
Damn, I thought you were going to do it right next to me.
John, are you driving now the other car?
Hey, Kelly.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, we didn't angle in. That was my bad.
Yeah, right. So yeah, basically,
That should do.
What you want to have is you have the vehicles angled close to each other, that you do have some additional protection for the personnel that is looking down that road and watching it. This is a pretty specific task, so I'm uncertain how often you're going to see this, but it's very good to have in the record.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. No, I told him to turn, get off the road, angle left, and then you started talking, and I couldn't finish my sentence. So it's all good.
Sorry about that.
Yes, it's all your fault.
Any questions about that? Any questions about this roadblock right here? And obviously, if you had more vehicles, then you could make a circle or whatever. You know, just something to give you protection if you are in an open field like this.
Yeah. Yeah, Mick's got a good idea. Good suggestion. Let's do this one more time.
Alright, yeah, let's do it again, and just maybe like 50 meters up front, and that time let's do it with the angles. I'm going to be not on the radio.
Team, get in. Pick one mounted. You ready?
So yeah, sorry, this time without getting cut off.
Oh, sorry. Misfire.
Misfire.
We're gonna drive up and we're just gonna angle ourselves.
3 lost to Leo.
Nice. So pull up just shy of that next crossroads.
Pick 1 and 2, just continue as planned and try to make that angle formation there.
Copy that.
So yeah, right up here where this road turns right, we're gonna angle in, yeah, and then perfect. Good job. And then here we do a soft dismount. So driver, gunner stay, everybody else out, and take up a 360 position. Yeah, you definitely want to be using your vehicle as cover. You might even want to come to the inside, Aleph, right to here. Good man, perfect.
Yeah, like this kind of. Maybe back it up a little bit. Alright, that looks pretty good.
Just a quick question. Do you have any idea when we're going to be doing contracts again?
In 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
2 weeks. All right. Thank you.
Yeah,
All right.
there's one more.
So yeah, pretty much.
This is called the V, Mick.
This is.
I might do a midweek mission.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. So this is protection in this open field here. Pretty good. Next thing we can try is the coil. So what I want.
Thank you for the follow, Tomo.
Huh?
Oh, sorry.
No, it's Twitch thingies.
It's my stream. Sorry.
If I want Vic 1 at the 12 o'clock position, then Vic 2 at the 9, and Vic 3 at the 6.
How far should we be spaced?
You can be spaced a little bit off, so basically have a little bit more distance than what we have right now, maybe 50 meters. No, that's too much.
Right, I don't think they can hear me. No, this is not an op. This is a quick training. All about vehicle operation and everything. We'll be doing contracts. 2 weeks, I think he said. I've already forgotten.
I'm in, but it put me in the wrong spot. So, Mick, I'm right behind you. I'll just guide you up. Run us up about 100, 150 meters.
Maybe go a bit further.
I've got eyes on a rabbit.
Yeah, you can go a little bit further, and then
Pick
just
one
let me know
initiating
when you're
coil.
gonna start to move into that final position, so that we know when to break off.
Yeah, do it at the crossroads right there, Mick. Or right.
Just do it right here. So 12 o'clock, and then the
Vic
second
1
vehicle in
initiating
the,
coil.
9 o'clock, and then us in the 6.
Kelly, I've got a quick question for you.
Yeah,
When I'm speaking of clockwise, it's going to be pretty much the direction of travel. You know, as a reference.
Is there a quick way to mute myself in the Ace so I can speak to the people in the stream a bit easier?
Sorry, is there a what?
Is there a way to hold on, I'll get in the car.
You can pretty much you know, cover a wide variety of zones.
Is there a way to?
And we are relatively safe towards all directions.
To quickly
questions about the use of this?
Mute myself with the Ace so I don't have to keep going to the AFK channel.
We can try, and that's going to be the most common one. Is the herringbone, so just get back in.
Basically,
we'll take it up after we're done here.
Alright.
I'm just gonna order a hold, and I want you to basically just automatically do that staggered column.
I guess I could do push to talk. Again, it's still kind of an issue whether they can hear me. I've moved to the AFK channel. For a second, I don't know if they can still hear me. Anyone want to give me a nod if you can still hear me? No, okay, I don't think they can. But yeah, this is just a quick vehicle operation training. Sort of formations, dismounting, engaging contacts, everything like that. Yeah, thanks for coming along, man. I'll have to go back to the other channel now so I can actually hear what they're saying. Sorry,
No, I think we're good here.
Alright, pretty good. Let's dismount and meet up in the middle.
Are we all dismounting?
Alright, so that's pretty much it for me. There's a lot more stuff we could go over, but honestly I think we've been here long enough, and we got the basics down. So this really was about the fundamentals, the basics, you know, how the vehicles work, the weapons work, the basic formations, and I think that's fairly reasonable for a day. Again, any questions on anything really? Because you know, this is the last time.
No, it's good training. Well
Alright. Yep. Yeah, well that's everything from me then. I actually see if people would have stayed, and if we would have done that, there would have been a lot more interesting shit. This was kind of the theory part, and then like maybe another half an hour in total we would have driven down to this general area, and there would have been a pretty devastating ambush. But
well,
yeah.
maybe we can do that another time then.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Wednesday.
Yeah, we can. Like, yeah, we sure might as well. It really isn't anything. It's not like a mission type special thing, but it would have been a little bit more actual practice. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yep. Nope, I agree. Another training session would be good.
Oh no.
All right. So, if you have any input or any ideas on how to improve it, I know I do already. Just send me a message or something.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Thank you all for coming then, and good night.
Thank you for hosting.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
See you guys.
Thank you. See ya.
See ya.
Oh, now the massacre begins.
Okay, sorry, what was your ace question now?
Is there a way to basically stop transmitting on Acre? So you guys.
You release the button?
Yeah, most of us use push to talk.
Okay, right. That would be pretty handy. Alright, well that's my question. Thank you.
Alright, no worries.
Yeah. Alright, well, I'll see you guys later then.
Alright, cheers, man.
See ya.
Alright.
Connected.
Okay, I think that just about does it for the training today. Don't believe we're doing anything else. Will I get out of the game? Okay, that'll do. Alright, well yeah, that pretty much does it for today. Let's go ahead and do that so you guys can't see all my shit. Yeah, you kinda, we were just wrapping up when I, noticed you joining, my friend. Every Saturday or so, sometimes in the middle of the week as well, we do training and operations, so feel free to, join them, same sort of time. Usually around 3 PM BST. So come on down and you know, have some fun. Alright, later today I will actually be doing something more. This was a bonus thing. So I'll be playing some other games later. Probably some Fallout. No idea. I'll think of what I want to play when the time comes. So for now, I'll see you guys later.